Hello. I'd like to welcome all of the materials engineering students, family members, faculty, and staff to our virtual awards presentation for the 2021-2022 academic year. On behalf of the School of Materials Engineering, I'd like to tell the students and the faculty and the staff, congratulations. I really want to give you a round of applause because you have managed to persevere. You've come back through one of the most challenging times we've had over the last many years, and to finish strong, and be able to go through graduation this weekend is a great accomplishment. I'd also like to say that for our seniors, it would not be possible for you to be finishing up without the support of our industrial sponsors, for our faculty and the faculty that take the time and effort to help on senior design projects. So thank you for all the sponsors and the industrial partners that we have that help our students succeed. And last but not least, I really want to acknowledge the efforts of Rosemary Sun and Karen Morgan, our academic advisors, who somehow managed to keep everybody straight, make everybody get through the process, and by the end of the day, you know that you're graduating because of something they did and something you did. So thank you very much to Rosemary and Karen. But today we are here to honor our students and celebrate a great year in materials engineering at Purdue. Despite the challenges we faced over the last 2 years, we've always had a family-like atmosphere. We like to think that we're a place where everybody gets to know your fellow students, your faculty, and the staff. People work together, and I think you guys are a great example of being part of a team. We'll be calling out some particular students for awards this year, but I want to let you know that we are excited, proud, and really honored to have had the opportunity to work with you for the last 4, and in a few cases, 5 years. We're also saying goodbye to some graduate students who've been contributing for several years to our program. Their hard work, their innovative ideas, the discoveries that they've carried out and published and shared with the broader community. We appreciate everything you've done, the enthusiasm you bring, and you've helped us both in the classroom and in the research lab help, as we say, make sure that you can't make it without materials. So, on to the awards presentation. For our first award today, we have the John Bray Memorial Award. This is the award given to the seniors with the highest grade point average. We had 2 students this year well above a 3.9. They were so close that we couldn't statistically say there was a difference. And so I'd like to congratulate first Patya Piblachinda. Currently, Patya is majoring in MSE. She'll just graduated by the time you hear this, and she's doing a minor in business econ and management. Her plan after graduation is continuing studying PhD in MSE at Northwestern University. So she'll stay in the Big Ten, and we wish her all the best of luck. Our second winner of the John L. Bray Memorial Award is Hannah DeBoer. After graduation, Hannah will be going to be a process engineer in the R&D group at Hemlock Semiconductor in Michigan, helping to improve the process of making polysilicon, the raw material in every semiconductor chip in the world. In addition, she plans to get a master's degree in the future, and we wish both of you the best in your endeavors and continued success. Our second set of awards is partly due to the fact that our MSE 499 class, Independent Research, and students that work in research labs with the faculty as for pay during the summer or in other situations. Our student population has the highest fraction of students doing undergraduate research across engineering. We think it's only appropriate for us to highlight an undergraduate researcher award also. And this year, the MSE Outstanding Graduate Undergraduate Research Award, which is nominated by the faculty and then voted on by the school's awards committee, it goes to Patya Piblachinda. So Patya has been researching Professor Erk's group since her freshman year. She's participated in the SURF program in 2021, of the summer of 2021, and her research is about characterizing the rheological properties of highly loaded alumina polymer suspension to create thermal paste for 3D printing. She also has been a research assistant at IMI with Composites Manufacturing Simulation Center, working with Dr. Eduardo Barucchio and Professor Byron Pipes. Her research projects there were related to characterizing additive manufacturing carbon fiber composites. So congratulations, Patya. I'm sure that will do you well as you move on to Northwestern.
Hi, everyone. I'm Professor Kendra Urk, and I'm here to congratulate Patia on her undergraduate Senior Research Award for 2022. Congrats, Patia. This is very exciting. I'm thrilled for you. I also want to tell everyone a little bit about the great work you've been doing. So since spring of 2020, Patia has been conducting research in my group, as well as in Purdue's Composites Manufacturing and Simulation Center. So she's been juggling research projects in two different sides of campus while maintaining a perfect academic record in Purdue materials engineering and doing two different minors, one in business economics, one in management. I do not know how you find time to sleep, but it has been a joy working with Patia over the past few years. Most recently, she was a surf student with me this past summer, where she was doing wonderful work on studying the flow behavior of alumina suspensions and thermal interface materials. She has trained a number of students in my research group on how to use the rheometer. She's an excellent rheometer user. Her brilliance and her creativity really comes through in her research projects, because she's always pushing me and pushing the other members of my research group in new directions, whether she has new ideas for how to measure things using our rheometers, or new ideas for entirely new materials to make. She also is very excellent at balancing a perspective that's very big picture, always wondering and questioning what the objectives are of her research project, how the goals need to shift as the research takes place, but then she can zoom in and focus on those details. And this girl is not afraid of hard work. She puts in a lot of hours and collects a lot of data. And I know, Patia, that you're going to be tremendously successful in graduate school. And I wish you the best of luck. And again, it has been such a joy working with you. And congrats on your award.
The next award we give is the Donna Bystrom Undergraduate Service Award. This is in honor of Donna Bystrom, the longest serving staff member in the College of Engineering, and truly the backbone of the School of Materials for over 40 years. This is an award that is nominated by the MSE staff members and then voted on by the school's award committee, and it's for recognition of service to MSE, Purdue, and the community as a whole. And this year's award goes to Hugh Grennan. While Hugh's graduating as an undergraduate this semester with a bachelor's in MSE, he is going to be staying on as part of an MS program to work on research over the next year. Hugh is doing his research with me, so thanks, Hugh. And he'll be using nanoindentation to measure the mechanical properties of explosives. So we don't know exactly what Hugh will do when he leaves us, and we don't know how his master's degree will go, but we certainly are excited by all the efforts he's done in helping give tours, both online visits, showing people around, and whenever we need help in the school, being able to reach out and say, Hugh, can you help give a tour? Hugh, can you help reach out to this high school student that needs to learn more? When you couple this in with his work in the Glee Club and around the university as a whole, he's been a great ambassador for the school, the college, and the university as a whole. And we're very fortunate that you were here. So thank you, Hugh.
Congratulations to Hugh Grennan for winning the Bystrom Undergraduate Service Award. Hugh is an exceptional student. He has already started his graduate research in Dr. Barr's group on top of finishing up his undergraduate studies. Over Hugh's 3 years here in materials engineering, he has served both as Puma's safety chair and as the president. He has done this on top of his classwork, research, and extracurricular activities such as Glee Club and being an avid Purdue basketball fan. He shows enthusiasm in everything he does, which has been noticed by the MSE Safety Committee and the administrative staff. He has been a major contributor to improving the safety culture of this department. One of his biggest contributions has been starting the lab cleaning days. These lab cleaning days have been a big help, both in keeping our department's labs in tip-top shape, as well as providing an opportunity to teach our sophomores and juniors about lab safety culture. They have been a big hit and have been continued by his successor, Ethan Mann. He has also helped us develop some scenario questions for MSE's online safety training and regularly volunteers to be a tour guide for our department. He is an outstanding and enthusiastic contributor to the Materials Engineering Department and very deserving of this award. Congrats, Hugh, and good luck with your graduate studies.
Our next set of awards are for our graduate students, and these come from the College of Engineering. They're selected by the school. The Outstanding Graduate Student Service Scholarship is nominated by MSE faculty and then voted on by our awards committee for the student that provides outstanding service to the graduate student community, the school, college, or university. And this year's award winner is Ben Stegman. Ben is going to continue his research in additively manufactured nickel-based superalloys, where he investigates the effect of specific additives as well as printing conditions to determine the classical structure, processing, properties, relationships in these materials. Within the department, his term as the MSE GSA president will be completed shortly, and Ben plans to continue to stay involved to create a welcoming and more fulfilling environment for all our graduate students, both in and out of the lab. We appreciate everything you've done this past year in helping the graduate students' voice be heard and make sure that the graduate students feel welcome and creating an inclusive environment for all our students here. So thank you, Ben.
Hey, Ben, I want to say congratulations on getting this Outstanding Graduate Service Award. You truly deserve this award. You're not just an outstanding graduate researcher, but you're an outstanding leader for the Graduate Student Association in Material Science Department. We consider you as a true collaborator or team players, helping the grad recruiting committee to recruit students many times in the past 2 years, giving presentations, giving student lab tours. So these are all the tremendous dedication of your times and help to recruiting all these students. So that's never easy, performing outstanding research, do great presentation at the conferences, be good students, and still come back and do a lot of things beyond what you're supposed to do. So we truly appreciate your support for the department in the past couple of years. So, and you truly deserve this outstanding honor. Congratulations again, Ben.
The Outstanding Graduate Student Researcher Award, which is nominated by the MSE faculty and voted on by our awards committee, is a student who demonstrates excellence in leadership and research through publications, participation in professional organizations, and a willingness to mentor others. This year's award goes to Jose Wyman. We wish Jose all the best. You will have heard a little bit from his nominator about his research activities, and Jose will be joining Intel as a packaging research and development engineer in Chandler, Arizona this upcoming September. So congratulations, Jose. We wish you all the best.
I would like to say a few words about Jose Wyman. Jose joined my group as the first member of the lab in 2018 after he received his bachelor's degrees in medical engineering from Syracuse University. So as you can imagine, setting up a new lab, getting familiar with a lot of new equipment that was coming in was a lot of work. So he did an amazing job getting trained on all these equipment, setting them up properly in the lab, and also training other new members that were joining the lab so they could properly use a lot of these new equipments that were coming in. So he did an amazing job in managing the lab and all the efforts that were going on, but also he was very active in his coursework, and he did pretty good job, and he's at top of his class. He's also active in research. He has over 10 papers that he's published with a lot of the members in the group. He's been an amazing mentor. So he's mentoring more than 5 undergraduate students that have been worked in the lab over the past few years. He's also a very active member of the Purdue Minority Engineering Program. So he's mentoring the new students that are coming in that are interested, minority students that are interested in joining the graduate school. So he's mentoring them and actually motivating them to actually continue and getting higher degrees in master's and PhD kind of programs. So he's achieved a lot over this short period of time that he's been at Purdue. I'm very proud of all his achievements, and this award is very well deserved. Good luck, Jose. Wish you all the best.
Our graduate students don't only do outstanding research, but they also teach within the undergraduate curriculum. This year we have 2 winners of the Eustace and Vashti Magoon Graduate Teaching Award. This is a college-wide award that is given for many, many years to recognize outstanding assistance in teaching our graduate students teaching at the undergraduate level. Our two winners this year, our first winner is Khalid Abdelaziz. And Khalid was the TA for MSE 230 in the fall of 21. He did an outstanding job in mentoring students, in being timely, and taking care of his students in the classroom. Had an outstanding set of teaching evaluations.
Hi, everybody. I'm Professor Kendra Irk. I was the instructor for MSE 230 this past fall semester. And I want to congratulate Khaled on his Magoon Award from his work with MSE 230. I have wonderful TAs in MSE 230, but Khaled stood out among my group from last semester, mainly due to his wonderfully student-centric recitation lectures and the extra time he spent outside of lectures helping all of the students in 230 with their homework activities related to NanoHub. Students described Khaled as being very passionate about teaching and passionate about helping the students understand the concepts. And it's clear from his end of semester course evaluations that the students really connected with Khaled and greatly benefited from his wealth of knowledge, all of which is really utilized within MSE 230, where we cover topics from polymer structures to metal phase diagrams. So thank you, Khaled, for a wonderful semester, and congrats again on your award.
Our second award winner is Anyu Shang. Anyu was the TA for MSE 367, one of our laboratory classes, also in the fall of 21. And students said he was exciting, helpful, and established a rapport with the students, allowing them to spend the time in the lab where they really got hands-on learning. So we really appreciate both of their efforts in helping our students learn and helping our undergraduates have a great experience both in the lab or in the classroom.
Greetings on you. Congratulations on winning the College of Engineering Magoon Graduate Teaching Award. This is the highest honor that the college gives for teaching assistants, and you really deserve it. It was a pleasure to work with you in the processing lab last semester, and your nomination for the Magoon Award, Anyu, I got to tell you, was pretty easy to write. You clearly demonstrated strong attributes of a good teacher working with the students in the lab. You have a natural aptitude for establishing rapport with the students in a way that challenges them and at the same time encourages them. You were patient and helpful, but you held the students to high standards for their work. You saw the little problems that invariably come up in teaching lab classes, and I know the students really appreciated the extra effort you went to help them after class hours. So I especially appreciate your effort to help us reorganize some of the lab content and to adjust on the fly as the things we tried did and did not work. The flow chart that you developed to help the students visualize the processing steps also helped us realize that we have just too much stuff in that class. And already what we learned from that experience that you helped us with has been incorporated in the lab by Dr. Heischel and Professor Johnson this past semester. I wish you continued success in your studies. I'm really glad we'll have you around for a couple more years, and I hope you'll be willing to share some of your secrets for teaching success with next year's TAs. Congratulations again on you. Great job.
Our next awards are for graduate students that show exceptional promise in their research. So these are students who are early in their research career, are graduate students. And this is the Robert M. Briney Achievement Award. This year we have 4 award winners who demonstrate outstanding promise in research productivity. Our first award winner is Morgan Chamberlain. Morgan's research focuses on the reliability of recycled fiber reinforced polymer composites, and she's particularly interested in collaborating with automotive and sports engineering industries to develop new applications which closed-loop recycling can be implemented.
So, congratulations, Morgan, for the Briney Achievement Award. Honestly, there's so many reasons I would like to bring up why you deserve it so well. Don't forget, you came from deep science, physics, and math, and you decided to do your PhD in a very applied engineering manufacturing lab. This is big equipment, composite manufacturing, And you took it on absolutely brilliantly. And between you and me, there's a reason I'm standing where I'm standing. You know what I have behind me here. And then another thing that I would like to bring up, we were deciding to have one joint project with all the people in the lab, and that was a sport engineering design project. Who was the first one said, I'd like to do that, take responsibility for that. And that you have led to a fantastic work coming out of it, and now a publication. And I should not forget to mention the thesis proposal you did. That was brilliant and appreciated by everyone. So finally, I think you're an absolutely perfect, we say, representative of Purdue and Purdue's greatness in the interface of science and engineering. So congratulations once again, Morgan.
Our second Briney Award winner is Raoul Franklin. Raoul plans during his PhD program here in MSE to characterize natural honeycombs, both from domestic and foreign bee species, using innovative 3D X-ray microscopy and in situ mechanical testing to understand the mechanical response based on the structure of these natural honeycomb materials. And this will open up possible biomimicry applications.
Hi, I'm Nick Chawla from the School of Materials Engineering at Purdue. I'd like to congratulate Rahul Franklin on winning the Briney Award in MSE. To tell you a little bit about Rahul, he's a terrific student. He got his bachelor's degree at the College of Engineering in Pune in India in 2017. And then he got his master's in material science and engineering at Arizona State University in 2020, where he was working on multifunctional carbon fibers. And then he came to Purdue with me about 2 years ago and started in about August 2020. Rahul's been working on a really interesting project looking at how honeybees create their combs. And he's been using techniques like X-ray microscopy to actually look in stages, in interrupted stages, as to how these combs are formed and why the bees make these combs the way they do, and how they construct these bees, these combs. So the information that he can get from this project is really interesting, because if we can learn how honeybees construct their combs, maybe we can get some intuition, we can get some interesting design ideas in terms of how to make building structures in our world using synthetic materials. Rahul has done a terrific job in the short time in this PhD here. He has one paper that he submitted to Advanced Materials that's currently in revision. He's got a couple of other papers that are in preparation. He has several papers that he published at ASU. And he's also actually going to be giving some talks on his work on 4D X-ray tomography of honeybee building of combs. And so I want to congratulate Rahul on a terrific job during his last 2 years. And we look forward to amazing things from you, Rahul, on this honeycomb project. All the best.
Our third Briney Award winner this year is Swapnil Kishore Morankar. Swapnil's research involves understanding multi-scale structure property correlations in biological materials, and he plans to extract and evaluate design principles in these natural materials to help us guide into better, lighter, stronger material systems.
Hi, this is Nick Chawla from the School of Materials Engineering at Purdue. I would like to congratulate Swapnil Morankar for winning the Briney Award this year. And Swapnil, just to give you some background, got his bachelor's degree from the Indian Institute of Technology in Kharagpur in India back in 2019. And then he joined Purdue after coming to Arizona State University and starting his PhD with me there. He joined Purdue in fall of 2020 and is working on a very interesting project on bioinspiration. So he's actually looking at several natural organisms like the Venus flower basket, which grows very deep in the ocean. He's looking at a cholla cactus that grows in very desert-like environments like in Arizona. And he's also looking at the organ pipe coral, for example, which also grows in the ocean. And in studying the microstructure and the mechanical properties of these natural materials, he's able to get very interesting insight about how these natural materials, these natural organisms, build these materials in their particular environments. So Swapnil has several publications to his credit, one most recently in the International Journal of Solids and Structures, where he's looking at the tensile and fracture behavior of the silica-based fibers that make up this Venus flower basket deep in the ocean. And he's got several conference talks, including a recent talk at the TMS annual meeting. So I'd like to congratulate Swapnil again. He's an amazing student in the lab. He's very helpful to everyone. He works very hard, comes up with great ideas, and he's really getting some really cool insight from this project on bioinspiration. So congratulations again, Swapnil, and we look forward to great things from you in the next couple of years.
Our final award winner of the Briney Award this year is Daniel Sinclair. And Daniel is working on high-strength aluminum alloys for 3D printing. He hopes to describe microstructure effects in processing and relate 3D printing conditions to improve strength and performance.
Hi, I'm Nick Chavla in the School of Materials Engineering at Purdue. I want to congratulate Daniel Sinclair on winning the Briney Award in MSE for this year. Daniel got his bachelor's degree at Arizona State University in the Barrett Honors College in 2020 in material science and engineering. And then he joined Purdue in the PhD program with me when I moved to Purdue about 2 years ago. Daniel is working on a very interesting PhD project related to processing, fracture, and corrosion of additively manufactured aluminum alloys. These are alloys made by selected laser printing, and they're extremely interesting materials with very interesting microstructures. Daniel has done an amazing job in his 2 years here at Purdue. He has one paper in materials characterization that's currently in press and 3 other papers that he's currently working on and preparing for submitting for publication. He's got several conference presentations in conferences like Material Science and Technology and the TMS annual meeting. In addition, Daniel is really a pleasure to have around in the lab. He's extremely helpful to all his lab mates, comes up with great ideas, he's extremely independent. Most recently, he's been working on machine learning techniques to categorize different shapes of powders that are used in additive manufacturing, something that's going to be extremely useful to the industry. And I should say that Daniel also does things outside of the lab, and he's been outreach chair for the MSE Graduate Student Association. One final thing I want to mention is that Daniel is also the winner of the National Science Foundation Graduate Fellowship, and that's an extremely prestigious, very competitive fellowship. And so we're really proud of you, Daniel, proud of you for winning this award and for everything you've done to date. And we look forward to the next 2 or 3 years before you graduate.
Our next award is the Teaching Academy Graduate Teaching Award, and our winner this year is James Bernard. The Teaching Academy Graduate Teaching Award is based on prior to this year's experience in teaching, and James won this award for his experience in MSE 370, where he helped supervise students learn about electronic properties and materials. As a member of Professor Wong's functional thin film group, he also spends his time studying magnetic and electric properties of thin films, and this coupling of his research interests and being able to assist in a course tied into electric properties was something that made him more impactful and more accessible and easier to answer questions for students that understandably have a challenge in learning about the electronic properties of materials. His experience in materials and sensors, FETs, and multiferroics, magnetic storage impacted his ability to help in the classroom. He plans to continue his current material systems, making magnetic and electronic properties of thin films over the next couple of years, and we're very glad that from the university he was selected as a recipient of the Teaching Academy's Graduate Teaching Award.
Hello everyone, my name is Haiyan Wang. I'm from Material Engineering. Today, I would like to introduce one of the awardees for the Teaching Academy Graduate Teaching Award, Mr. James Barnard from MSE. He actually joined my research group in 2020 fall semester, and since then he has been making great progress in his research. He has submitted 3 journal articles and also multiple in preparation. And he also have in charge of the management effort in my group. On top of that, his major achievement as a teaching assistant for MSE 370 has secured him for this award. So I would like to talk about some of his achievement in terms of the teaching assistantship he had done in 2021 fall semester. That was MSE 370 called Electronic Properties of Materials, which covers very broad aspects of electrical, optical, and magnetic properties of materials. This is a topic many of the new MSE students are not very familiar with. And so James actually made his efforts to conduct multiple office hours to help students with their homework and understanding of the fundamental concepts. And he also hosts a variety of sessions to work with the students. And 65 students, that's a lot. And this is on top of his very busy schedule with classes and also completing his prelim exam in the same semester. So we would like to congratulate him for this great award, and he was only awardee for the entire school of MSE. We're very happy for his achievement and wish him all the best for the rest of the graduate study. Thank you.
Well, we've given some awards to our undergraduates. We've given some awards to our graduate students. Now I'd like to take a moment and provide a highlight of a couple awards for our faculty members and all they do for helping our students succeed. The first faculty award we have is the Reinhard Schumann Best Undergraduate Teacher Award. And this is an award that is voted on by the MSE undergraduate students. The MSE students have nominations and present the case and then vote for who the Best Undergraduate Teacher of the Award is this year. This year's award winner is Professor Chelsea Davis. Quote nomination by the PUMA members. PUMA is the Purdue University Material Advantage Chapter. Professor Davis is an excellent all-round educator, whether it's in the classroom, as an academic or research advisor. Many of the juniors and seniors have had Professor Davis for MSE 250 or for one of her polymers courses. In both cases, she does an excellent job explaining new concepts. She's always available outside of class time, has extensive extracurricular review sessions, and particularly helpful office hours. Anyone in her class can tell that she cares about her students, not only that they understand the concepts, but also for their overall well-being. We think Dr. Davis is an outstanding example of educator, and I'm very, very proud that we can give her the Schumann Best Undergraduate Teacher Award for this year. Thank you for the PUMA members in selecting this, our award winner.
Hi, my name is Hugh Grennan. I'm a senior in materials engineering and the president of Purdue's chapter of Material Advantage. On behalf of the undergraduates of MSE, I would like to officially congratulate Professor Chelsea Davis on being awarded the Reinhard Schumann Jr. Best Undergraduate Teacher Award. While there were a number of great nominees for the award this year, Professor Davis stood out because of the passion she shows in her work. Not only is she an award-winning researcher, earning the Early Career Scientist Award from the Adhesion Society, but she also creates and curates excellent course material for her students. In class, Professor Davis lectures with clarity and an easy-to-follow pace, and is great about answering questions. Then, in preparation for exams, she takes the time both in and outside of class to review homework solutions and major concepts that were covered. Additionally, students who have had Professor Davis as an academic or research advisor can attest to her thoughtful advice, insight, and mentorship. In all she does for her students, Professor Davis completely embodies what it means to be an excellent teacher. Therefore, the undergrads of MSE are happy to award Professor Chelsea Davis with the Reinhard Schumann Jr. Best Undergraduate Teacher Award. Thank you and congratulations.
The next faculty award we have is the Outstanding Faculty Mentor. This is selected by the graduate students in each school through the GSA. This year's Faculty Mentor Award winner for MSE was Jihong Zhang. Congratulations to Professor Zhang. His students thought he did an excellent job. He is particularly adept at getting them to succeed in carrying out innovative research, and he manages a large group of students, but always manages to find the time for everybody to help them be the best researcher they can be in the program.
Congratulations, Dr. Zhang, on winning the Outstanding Faculty Mentor of Engineering Graduate Students Award in 2023. The Zhang Nanometals Group just wanted to congratulate you on this, and obviously through all of our academic success of all of our group mates, it demonstrates how impactful you are on our learning. You directly as a great teacher, as well as just advising us on what classes we need to help best further our education. And we're really fortunate to have you as our advisor, and I think you've always impact our research daily in our meetings. And on top of that, helping us build our network even further with introducing us to colleagues that you've met throughout the years of your years at national labs, as well as in academia. So again, congratulations from everyone from our group. You really deserve it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr.
Zhang.
Now, this year we have the additional example of the fact that one of our MSE faculty has a joint appointment in another department, and he was selected as their outstanding faculty mentor. So I'd like to take a moment and thank Professor John Howarder, who was selected by the students in the EEE department, Ecological and Environmental Engineering, as their outstanding faculty mentor of the year. So congratulations to John for that also.
Hi, I want to say congratulations to Professor Howder for this award. I've been working with Professor Howder in a project for 2 years, and he is a really great mentor. When I first joined the project, I didn't have a lot of domain knowledge, but Professor Howder always support me with his knowledge and experience, also always encouraging me, showing a lot of patience. I'm excited to hear he is getting this award. Congrats.
A third award to faculty is the Richard Grace Faculty Excellence in Research Award. The Grace Award is meant to highlight faculty research productivity over the last few years that brings visibility to the school and makes an impact on the materials science and engineering field. This year's award winner was Professor Jihong Zhang. Jihong's work on metallic materials in harsh environments ranges from the production of materials using innovative techniques like 3D printing to understanding the reliability of those materials in environments such as irradiation conditions. Jihong manages to couple processing structure and properties measurements in all sorts of metallic materials. He creates materials, he characterizes materials, he innovates and develops new alloys, and he is always helping his students to push into coming up with better materials that have applications from automotive to space to power. So congratulations to Professor Zhang. One other award that we don't get to give, but we do get to brag about this year, was the Potter Award for undergraduate teaching. This is the college award, the college's highest award for undergraduate teaching, and this year we were lucky enough that our very own Professor Elliot Slamovich was named as the College Potter Award winner. This is the first time the school has had a Potter Award winner since 1986. So we want to take this moment to congratulate Elliot on a job very well done. Professor Slamovich, the students are very, very lucky to have you helping them through their course experience here at Purdue. And of course, MSE students at Purdue don't only win awards from MSE, and they don't only participate in MSE activities, they're at Purdue. So I'd just like to take a moment here to recognize all our students have done across campus. We've had students participating in women in engineering programs like Introduce a Girl to Engineering. We've had people participating in the Purdue Space Day and Nano Days, people that have helped on Minority Engineering Day and with an MSE 190 Lab Day. We have people that have helped at homecoming, helping fourth graders pour metal. and make castings and polymeric materials. We've had students do Family Day. I just want to take a moment to say thank you for everybody who's volunteered to help and all of our students who've helped our school put its best foot forward. So thank you very much and congratulations. If you've won an award from another department, thumbs up too. Let me be maybe not the first, but let me be one to join in and say congratulations to the 2022 MSE graduates. For the bachelor's, the master's, and the PhD students here, congratulations. You've done a great job, and all our students that have graduated over the past 12 months, you've done an amazing ability to persevere through all the challenges we've had over the last 2 years. So as we wrap up the student award presentations, I hope that all of you realize that you really have done something special at this point. You're part of about 2,200 in the entire world that can say you're a Boilermaker material engineer. You might think that you're just finishing something at this point, but let me say, after talking to alumni for the last 10 years as head, and alumni that have been out of Purdue for over 50 years in some cases, you're not at the end of something, you're really at the beginning of something. And that's why we call it commencement, not finishing. So hopefully what we've done is get you through the last few years to know that you know how to make stuff, you know how to make stuff happen. And I don't know what that's going to be for you. I don't know what you're going to be doing in 5 to 10 years. You may be starting a company, you might be working at a national lab, you might be working in a university, you might be working at around the world at an international corporation. The only thing that we know is that we've given you tools that allow you to figure out what you want to do. We want you to succeed in what you want to do. Our job is not to turn you into us. Our job is to help you figure out what you want to do, and then it's your job to go out and do it. And so we really hope that you go ahead, and I'm not going to quote Nike here or something, but I really do hope that you go ahead and prove that you can't make it without materials. So wherever you go, do know that there are going to be other Boilermakers around you. You'll run into Boilermaker MSEs if you stay in the materials business long enough, and you'll find out that we still work together no matter where we are. You're part of a close-knit family. We hope you feel that way. We hope that you think that this is a place that is always going to be your home, and we really wish you the best luck as you go forward. So, congratulations to all our graduates. Thank you for listening today, and as always, hail Purdue.